Today, I'd like to talk about a topic that's very personal to me, why I choose to keep the commandments as an LGBTQ member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. The purpose of this video is to share my unique perspective on navigating faith and identity, especially in a religious context where the two can often seem at odds. Contextualizing faith and identity. In the Latter-day Saint Church, commandments serve as divine guidelines to help us live righteous lives and grow closer to God. These commandments cover a broad spectrum of ethical and spiritual principles, and following them is seen as an expression of faith and commitment to our beliefs. In the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, the commandments are considered divine instructions given by God to help individuals live a righteous life and return to Him. Commandments in our faith are derived from multiple sources, including the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the Doctrine and Covenants, and the teachings of modern-day prophets. Observing commandments is closely tied to the concept of agency, or the ability to choose right from wrong. I believe that following commandments brings blessings, happiness, and closer communion with God, while breaking them leads to spiritual distance and hardship. Commandments within the Latter-day Saint Church encompass a wide range of morals, ethical, and spiritual principles, such as honesty, chastity, and observance of the Sabbath, to name a few. For many Latter-day Saint members, following the commandments is not just about obedience, it's also an expression of faith and identity. It's a way to show commitment to our beliefs and to participate fully in our religious community. Personal journey in reconciling faith with identity. Being an LGBTQ individual in a faith-based community has its challenges. However, I've found ways to reconcile my sexual or gender identity with my spiritual beliefs. This process has been complex but enlightening, reinforcing my commitment to keep the commandments for a variety of reasons. Let me break these down to you. Personal reasons for keeping the commandments. For me, keeping the commandments has always been about spiritual fulfillment, a sense of belonging within my community, and having a moral framework for navigating life's complexities. 1. A sense of spiritual fulfillment and connection with God. Keeping the commandments can offer a profound sense of spiritual fulfillment for many people. The act of following these divine instructions is often seen as a way to draw closer to God, align one's will with divine will, invite spiritual blessings. It's a way to cultivate a personal relationship with God, understanding that obedience to His laws is an expression of love and reverence. 2. The importance of community and shared values. Commandments often serve as a foundational set of shared values within a religious community. Following them helps to foster a sense of belonging and unity amongst members. This collective adherence to a set of principles can strengthen the community, create a supportive environment, and enable its members to work together more effectively for common goals. Number 3, moral or ethical framework for life. The commandments provide a structured set of guidelines for moral and ethical behavior. In a world filled with complex challenges and choices, having a clear-cut set of principles can serve as a helpful roadmap. Following commandments can help individuals make decisions that align with their values, navigate moral dilemmas, and lead a life that I find meaningful and fulfilling. The role of love and acceptance. The Latter day Saint Church does emphasize love and acceptance throughout various commandments and teachings. These principles have been pivotal in my personal development, allowing me to participate in meaningful ways within my community while staying true to myself. Number one, commandments about love and acceptance. In various religious traditions, including the Latter day Saint Church, commandments often emphasize the importance of love and acceptance. For instance, the New Testament in the Bible contains the two great commandments that Jesus highlighted: to love God with all your heart, soul, and mind, and to love your neighbor as yourself. In the Latter day Saint Church, these principles are reinforced through modern day revelations and teachings, highlighting the importance of compassion, kindness, and acceptance of others, regardless of their background or beliefs. This was a true example by my friend Cheryl when I judged her for being a member of the church. And I kept saying, "You're Mormon." And she says, "Yes, and you're gay." And I'm like, "And you're Mormon?" She goes, "Yes, but we love all." And this was about 15 years ago that I said this to her. And I'll never forget. She exuded charity in the pure love of Christ. Number two, personal stories or examples. I find that living by commandments, emphasizing love and acceptance, positively impacts their lives. For example, someone may find that following the principles of love thy neighbor has led them to meaningful community service, resulting in a richer, more fulfilling life. Or the act of forgiving someone, as commanded in religious text, might lift a burden of resentment, leading to greater personal peace and improved relationships. Living these commandments can not only enrich your own life, but also positively affect those around you, creating a ripple effect of love and acceptance in the community. Navigating challenges. Of course, there have been challenges along the way, such as societal pressure and personal dilemmas. However, I found strength through a supportive network, self reflection, and a deepened understanding of the commandments I hold dear. Number one, acknowledge the difficulties and challenges. Many people find it challenging to consistently keep religious commandments. Challenges may include societal pressure to conform to norms that clash with one's beliefs, personal weaknesses or tendencies that make certain commandments difficult to keep, or even crises of faith that make adherence to any commandments tough. Number two, strategies or ways to navigate challenges. Different strategies can be effective in helping individuals keep the commandments. Even amidst challenges, seek support. Building a support network of like minded individuals can offer an emotional strength and accountability. Staying informed, understanding the reasoning and the purpose behind a commandment can make it easier to commit to following it. Personal reflection and prayer. Regular self examination and communication with God can offer insights into how to best align life with religious teachings. Prioritize. While it may be difficult to keep all commandments equally, focusing on those most relevant to one's current life circumstances can be a pragmatic approach. Be compassionate towards yourself. Everyone makes mistakes. The key is to learn from them and to strive for improvement, rather than being consumed by guilt. Navigating challenges while keeping the commandments often requires a multifaceted approach. combining practical strategies, spiritual resilience. The importance of dialogue. Open dialogue about LGBTQ issues within the church is essential. It fosters a more accepting environment and helps each of us recognize the complexity of everyone's spiritual journey, including my own. 1. Encourage open dialogue on LGBTQ issues. Open and respectful dialogue about Latter day Saints within the church community is essential for fostering a more inclusive environment. This dialogue can help dispel myths, reduce stigmas, and encourage understanding. It's important for church leaders to create safe spaces where these conversations can take place, and for members to approach them with an open mind and a compassionate heart. Engaging in meaningful discussions can lead to greater empathy and may help the community navigate the complex intersection of faith and sexual orientation or gender identity. Number 2, each person's journey is individual and complex. It's crucial to recognize that everyone's spiritual journey is unique, particularly when it comes to navigating issues of faith and sexual or gender identity. People are at different places in their understanding, beliefs, and acceptance, both of themselves and others. Emphasizing this individual complexity can foster a more nuanced and compassionate approach to following commandments and living a life of faith. It underscores the need for personalized, spiritualized guidance and community support, and for a non judgmental atmosphere that allows for questions and growth. In summary, my commitment to keeping the commandments has been an important aspect of my spiritual life. Even as an LGBTQ member of the LDS Church, it has brought me closer to God. It has enriched my community and given me a framework to live a fulfilling life. I have a call to action. I encourage each of you to share your stories and engage in respectful dialogue. By doing so, we can contribute to a more inclusive and understanding community for everyone.